Good morning, guys. Well, it's Sunday morning. It's the 5th of December here, and I'm in lovely Quarter. I was over to do a ghost hunt last night, or ghost tour, really, in Quarter. It was our third. So while we were here, I thought that I would do a pick a pile for December. So I'm going to run through a few things. So while I'm doing this, what I'd like you to do is focus on these piles. This one, closest to this side. Here we go. How about we pull this? How about we do this? So we've got this. It's going to be on this pile. So you can say purple. You can say, see that's round and purple bracelet. We've got the moonstone bracelet, and then we've got this purple one that's chips. So you can say, if you want, you can say left, middle, right. You can say 1, 2, 3, or you can go round purple bracelet, moonstone bracelet, or purple chip bracelet. So while I'm talking, I would like you to have a look and work out which pile you'd like. So this is for December. So it was the new moon last night. A lot of energy around. I'm going to say, look, guys, hold on to your hat. December's going to be really bumpy. I feel as though it's going to be the washing away of a lot for people. I feel as though there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of relationships that fail. There's going to be a lot of relationships that, and we're not talking about new necessarily. These could be relationships that have gone for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, but there's going to be a lot that have been on the fringes of dissolving, and finally they're going to. And I'm not just talking about love relationships, I'm talking about family relationships, I'm talking about friendships, I'm talking about any type of relationship. I do feel as though there's going to be a lot more healing going on. People are going to start, even though they have already, people are going to start looking more towards alternatives. And I know that they've already started, but I predicted this right back at the beginning of the year. So hold on to your hats, guys. December is going to be really bumpy. My best advice to you guys is take a step back before you speak. Take a step back, take a breath before you speak, which is easier said than done. I know. I can be a little bit of a hothead sometimes. I'll admit that. And sometimes I'm led by emotions. 9 times out of 10, I'm led by emotions. Yeah. So let's have a look. Now I will say, hi, I'm Bobbi from Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings. Those that follow me would already know that. And I am, the one that does the readings and does everything at Rainbow Farm. I'm situated in Northern Western Australia. I do distance readings, I do Zoom readings, and I do face-to-face. I do Reiki, I do all other energetic healing treatments. So you can book in for a full session if you would like a full treatment. But let's start with these cards, shall we? So I'm going to say, for those who have picked pile 1, let's start with pile 1. So pile 1, guys, the purple round beaded bracelet, and we're going to put that one back on because I feel lost with that. So pile 1. Now I'm just going to move these cards over, still in the same order. I've randomly chosen. There is a card from my Angel Answer deck by Radley Valentine. There is a card from my Messages from the Guides by James Van Praagh. There is a card from the Spirit Messages from James Holland. There's a card from Archangel Power Tarot Cards by Radley Valentine. And there is a card from my Green Witch Tarot by Anne Mora. Right, so let's lay these out. We've got pile 1. So, okay. Wow, pile 1. Wow, pile 1. Alright. There's quite a little bit of a mixed bag here, I'm going to say. So the easiest way to do it is pick a card and start from where I'm drawn. Okay. I will say, if this resonates with you, please give my channel a thumbs up and please support me. The more people that support me, the more chance there is that I can actually do these readings live. But until you reach a certain number, I can't do them live. So now we're going to start with this card. This one is my Messages from the Guides by James Van Praagh. Calm is not a weakness. Look, what I really feel with this card is that sometimes it's okay to step out of the fray. Sometimes it's okay to step out of that, and this is what I was talking about. Sometimes we need to take a step back and take a breath. Take a pause. Take a pause for the cause, and the cause is to keep yourself calm and grounded. Being calm is not a weakness. It is not a weakness to not get there and fire up. It is not a weakness to not react. It is not a weakness at all. A lot of people get there and they forget that there is a huge difference. There's a huge difference between reacting and responding. If you take a step back and actually realise you can actually respond, and you have more control over how you when you respond. So you put thought into it. A reaction is that, pull the lucky band back and let it go and see what happens. Whereas and that's the reaction. That's an automatic, like, boom. Someone goes to throw a punch, you put your arms up to protect you. That's an automatic reaction. And it's not always a good thing to react instantaneously, because, it then takes away from the response. And the response is, we've had time to think about it, and you've chosen the path that's correct for you, and then you respond. So it's not about it being calculated, but it's more about a bit of thought goes into it. Just be aware that sometimes reacting really is the worst thing that you can actually do. Responding to a situation is the best thing that you can do. Keep that one in mind. But in saying that, the next card that I'm choosing is one of my new decks, brand new, we only opened it last night, is The Spirit Messages by James Holland. Now this one says, stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. See, not always, but time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and you know that by doing so, you will be the victor. So I do feel as though this is more about responding by standing your ground. Reacting will give you that automatic, like that, and it's something that you can't take back, but it also gives up your control. It's almost like, if someone calls you on something and it's wrong, you go at them. Well, you've given up your control of that situation because you have then given them the reaction that they wanted. So this is about stand your ground, but use your head and use your head wisely. Stop and think about it. 1, is it worth it? And 2, are you doing the right thing? Because is it worth it and are you doing the right thing? 2 different things. Is it worth it? Are you doing the right thing? And then are you going about it the right way? And if the answer to all of those is an affirmative for you, and remember this is about you, if it's an affirmative to you, do it. Absolutely do it. So then we've got here the 8 of Michaels, and this one here is from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. You can be free. It's the 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So this falls in here with calm is not a weakness. Stand your ground, change your situation. So it is about, the whole thing is about, basically, don't be a fucking hothead. Don't automatically jump the gun and think that that's the right thing to do, because it's not always, well, really, in the big scheme of things, it's just not. Reacting is going to take away your power, your control. It's also going to put you in a vulnerable position, because then it's almost like, if you were going into war with someone, it's about them coming over the hill and not revealing all of their team, all of their army, and it's about you standing there on tears, showing everything that you've got. So they have the advantage. That's a reaction. A reaction is, I'm going to show force all in one hit, but then you've lost that. You've lost that power to be able to then make the correct decisions because you've thrown yourself on your sword needlessly. So then we've got Lord of Shadows. I love this card. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite, this one's the Death card. For this card here, this is about you stepping out from the shadows. It's about what I'm feeling is though it's the ending. It is the ending of a situation, and it's the new beginning. It's stepping out from the shadows. I'm feeling as though it's stepping into your authentic self. It's actually taking back control of your life. It's about getting there and deciding what you will, what you won't tolerate. It's about generations. So with this, what I'm being told by Spirit and what I'm feeling is that once again, respond. Don't react, but step out of the shadows. Survey the land, look around and decide which avenue you're going to go in. But as long as you step out into the light and start to show yourself, I do feel as though you kept yourself hidden for so long. You know, the calm, I'm going to go back to calm. It's not a weakness. It's okay to calmly step out, stand your ground. So you're going to consider all of the options. Be calm, consider all of the options. You are going to stand your ground when push comes to shove, but you're going to do it in the right way by responding, not reacting. You are not a lucky band, elastic band, rubber band, whatever you want to say. You don't need to react. You need to respond. And the Eight of Michaels, you know, this is about setting yourself free. And it does tie in so closely with the Lord of Shadows in that, you know, stepping out of the shadows, freeing yourself. It is the card of rebirth. So I feel as though there's quite a few of you guys who have, I do feel as though there's quite a few guys who have picked this pile and who feel as though they fucked up in some way. They made a bad decision and they're not too sure how to fix it. They're not too sure what to do. And this is saying, tread carefully, not for the others, for you. Stop and think about where you, at any point in time, you can stop and you can think. And I'm going to say, there's no reason that you can't change paths. Just because you make a decision, you might decide, oh, purple's my favourite colour. I say that because it's mine. Purple's my favourite colour. Love purple, live for purple. It's my life. Yay. You may have said that for the past 20 years. And then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and go, oh, fuck, blue. I really like blue. But then you think, no, I can't say that blue's now my favourite colour because people will think I'm an idiot because I'm now changing my favourite colour. I'm going to say, you can say that. You can change even midstream. You can change at any point in time. And the rebirth is about you emerging from your cocoon. You know, stand your ground, hold yourself accountable, but also stand your ground. You don't need to keep giving in. You know, if it's time for you to emerge from the cocoon, show yourself with rebirth, absolutely, and free yourself up from, you know, holding yourself back because you've made decisions and you feel as though you've made the decisions, you've been quite vocal about them, about your choices and stuff, and you feel like a dick. Changing choices midstream or mid-path or midway. And it's okay. It's okay. You're not a dick. Everyone has the right to change. And let's face it, when we get more information, when we're provided with more, that gives us the option and that gives us the ability to be able to change our thoughts and change our path. So we don't have to stay locked in to one path. Absolutely not. And the final card for you guys, for group 1, is recovery. And this one here is from my Angel Answer cards by Radley Valentine. So the recovery card is, I feel as though it's okay to recover yourself. Stop hiding yourself. Bring yourself out to the light. Bring yourself out to shine. Step into your power. And these ones here are all about you can change your life path, but don't react to situations, respond to them. Because if you react to them, then that's when you'll have to take big steps back and go, shit. What I feel is that you may have already reacted to situations and now you're looking at, shit, how do I change my mind? It might be that, once again, you've decided that you really love, the colour orange, but, you reacted to because someone else said, oh, orange is my favourite colour. You're going, hey, mine too. And now you're kind of like going, well, shit, no, how do I actually say that really I don't particularly like orange at all? It really sucks. I like blue. I'm using them as examples, just FYI. It's okay to change. And this is saying take care of yourself. Remember that it's okay, but tread warily and come from a place of reaction, not come from a place don't react, respond. Come from a place of responding, not reacting. And look after yourself. And the recovery is, it's okay to recover yourself. It's okay to recover yourself. There's no reason that you can't. So group 1, all right. So if this resonates with you, please leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you set there so that you can follow my YouTube page. Make sure that you jump across to my Facebook, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings page. I've put that on the end because of all the bloody spammers and scammers. I do offer full readings. If you're after a full reading, please contact me. Absolutely, you can contact me through the Facebook page, or I have a group, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings, where I do a couple of times a week, do free card pulls for people. So group 1, I hope this resonates with you. Have a fantastic day. Sending you all bubbles of protection and love. All right, now we've got group 2. Group 2 had the moonstone bracelet. We're going to slip that one back on. So group 2, let's have a look and see what we've got. I will say I am here in Quarter with my mate Peter, and when I put these out, I have seen group 2 only because we had them down and I said, oh, which one would you pick? I would pick group 2. Which one would you pick? And then I was tempted to have a look. So, okay, I have had a look just before. I didn't get any, I read what they said. I didn't get any messages because obviously I was cheating and spirits went, So before we go further, guys, please like my channel. Please give me a thumbs up if it resonates. Please set so that you subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers, the more comments, the more interaction, the more chance there is that I'm going to get to the numbers that I need to be able to do these live so I don't have to record them. Okay. And you can check me out on my Facebook page, which is Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings page, or I do have a Facebook group, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings, where I do live free readings a couple of times a week, card pulls and bits and pieces, and I'm going to be running comps. I start a comp tomorrow, so check them out. I do full readings as well, that via Zoom, distance and face-to-face, as well as Reiki and other healing modality treatments. So let's have a look, shall we? So the first card that I'm drawn to is Wait. This is the first card that I'm drawn to. Now this is Angel Answer card by Radley Valentine. It's a beautiful card. I'm drawn to this one first. I feel as though it's almost like you feel as though you've been on a path. It's almost like you feel as though you've been heading in a direction and then Spirit's gone, nope. Right turn, Clyde. Those that have seen that film know what I'm talking about, and those that haven't, Google it. Google Right Turn Clyde. It's the same. Okay, so we've got Wait. I do feel as though there's a situation that you have felt trapped by. It's almost like you had your hopes and your heart and everything pinned on something, and all of a sudden that's just fallen away. It's almost like you're feeling as though your whole world has opened up and just fallen into a pit. And I'm going to say you're right. I am going to say you're right. I do feel as though there's been a lot of chaotic energy around you guys, group 2. I feel as though there's been your life. It's almost like, and I don't know for those who know tarot, but it's almost like you've had a tower moment. It's almost like your life has actually gone in and someone's just gone in with a wrecking ball and gone, whoop, now rebuild. And that's what it's feeling like for your group too. And I'm going to say you're right. You really are. It's almost like the things that you had planned, the thoughts that you had, all of these things have gone. All of these things that you thought were going to happen, that you felt were going to happen, that you planned to happen, it's almost like they've just been decimated. But in saying that, the card, the weight, is, but wait, things are getting better. We have basically destroyed, dismantled your life so that better things can come through the door. And it's almost like, hold faith, hold on. Things are going to move forward at a rapid rate for you. I am feeling, and I know that this is a cliche thing, I know, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel as though next year is going to, your life won't be the same. But the thing is, I'm feeling I'm not going with the whole January the 1st stuff. I'm feeling as though it's end of February, beginning of March. Group 2, I do, and I know this reading is for December, but I'm just giving you a bit of a heads up here. So I do feel as though December is going to be enlightening for you. I'm not going to say December is going to be a bumpy road because I feel like it already has. I feel like November just wiped you out. And I'm going to say, it's almost like October was the build up. December just smashed you. October was the build up. November just smashed you. And December is a time of rebuilding for you. And next year, from about February, March, is going to be hugely life altering. You'll look back and go, oh my God, how the fuck did I survive that? But damn, I'm so glad I did. The weight. Things are going to start to fall into line. They really are. But the life that you thought you were going to lead, you're not. The hopes and dreams that you had, think them again. The plans you had, your life is totally different now. Your life has been upheaved. Things are no longer the way that you thought they were going to be. If you had deepest, darkest desires and hopes, and you really, 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 really still want them, look at alternative ways to get where you're going. So if you had things lined up, you've gone like, I'm here, I'm going A, B, C, and C is where you really want to be. You may have to look at it as, here I am, A is just not an option anymore, A's been wiped out. B's decimated as well, but I still want to get to C, and I still feel C's where I'm meant to be. So it just means that you're going to have a little bit more of a journey to get where you're not going to have those little pit stops of where you get to enjoy bits and pieces. You're going to move straight on, and I feel as though it's going to be a smooth flow motion. We've got here, I'm drawn to this one as well straight up. This one here is my messages from the guides by James Van Praagh. This is lead by example. So I really feel with this one here that there's going to be people that are looking to you for leadership. And while your life, and it's almost like you're rebuilding your life, and December's going to be the trigger for the next year. December is how you set yourself up for December. How you set yourself up in December is going to be how next year will be for you. If you sit on your ass and do nothing for November and you're just going like, nah, fuck that, my life's been decimated, I'm just going to sit here and wallow. Well, I'm going to say get ready, because you can wallow all you like, because next year is just going to turn into one big muddy pigsty for you to wallow in the whole year. But if you take the lessons learned by your life being upheaved and changed and altered over the October and the November, and you rebuild in the December, and you actually get there and go, no, that's okay, there's obviously a reason that this has happened, can't see the reason, but I'm still going to move forward, I'm still going to try my best, and I'm still going to rebuild my life and do what I'm directed by spirit. And that's this lead by example. And if you choose to do that, you're going to watch your life incredibly blossom. You are going to watch your new hopes and dreams come true. They may still be some, okay, so a perfect example. There's 3 people out there that are hoping to fall pregnant. There's 3 people. There may be more, but there's 3 energetic that I'm feeling. And it's almost like each month you test. You test. You really thought that October, and it's almost like October, you may have had either a false positive or you had a positive and miscarried. November was like, that's your destruction, that's your devastation. You felt as though your hopes and dreams were absolutely shattered. This December, it's like, I know that it's really hard, and I can say this because I went through that when I was in my 20s. I had numerous miscarriages and desperately wanted children. So I know that feeling. Even at 55, I still remember that feeling, and I still remember that devastated feeling in the pit of my gut. But I'm going to say, lead by example by pick yourself up and keep hope. Keep faith, because it is going to happen. And those of you who do this, who move forward, by February, March, you're going to have great news. Those who choose, and I'm going to say choose, I am going to say choose. And some of you might go, oh my God, that's mean. But it's a choice that you're making. Those that choose to wallow and not move forward, by all means, self-care, absolutely. December self-care, January self-care, but don't wallow. There's a big difference. But those that choose to move forward will find that February, March will bring them good news. Those that choose to wallow and continue to wallow, not just practice self-care, but the whole time, will find that they their dreams may come true. I'm going to say may, but it won't be until the end of next year. It absolutely will not be until the end of next year, when we're talking 12 months. Just done. So get there, lead by example, and shine for others that need to see it as well. The best thing that we can do when our heart and our soul is so full of pain is to shine so that others can see that you can overcome things and you can survive, and then you can thrive. You step surviving, thriving, and you need to shine that light, and by shining that light for others and helping them heal, you're also in turn helping yourself heal. So absolutely moving forward. Next card that I'm drawn to, it's really funny. I've got 2 here and I'm kind of like but I'm drawn to this one first. So the King of Ariel. Now this is Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. Right. So this is, remember, this is December. So remember what I said about October was the beginning of the destruction. November was the wiping out. December is the reset button, and it's about rebuilding your life. And this is about, so I'm really feeling with this one here, the King of Ariel, it is like successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional, financial success. So rebuilding your life. So these are, like the wait. Things are going to happen. Things are coming forward. Things are moving forward. Just because shit happened in the last few months doesn't mean it's going to continue to happen. Lead by example. Shine your light. Even though you may feel depressed and you may feel down and you may feel shine that light and lead by example for others, because your light shining will help others out of their dark place, and by that you're healing yourself and you're healing them. And allow someone else's light to shine for you as well. It's not just all about you having to shine your light, it's about you following someone else's light, or seeing someone else's light and being inspired by it. So this one, financial success, and things are starting to move forward and good. So this one here is about, if you move forward, if you're not wallowing, remember I said, if you're not wallowing, good things are starting to flow, good things are starting to happen. changes in your life and leading by example. So this one here was the second one I was drawn to. Now this is from my brand new cards that Peter and I only opened up last night, and this is Spirit Messages by John Holland. These are stunning cards. I'm actually going to feature these ones this week as my special, because each week I have a special on a different deck of cards that you can order way below retail price, not including postage. And yeah, so this is going to be this week's one. I'll be doing a big special up on my Facebook page about it. So this one says, you're not alone. Funnily enough, this card has come out for me while we were playing with the cards last night. This card, and this is the pile I picked. This card came out for me 3 times last night. 3 times when it jumped out. Peter pulled a card out, and it was this one. And then I pulled a card, and it was this one. So you're not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we're sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. And that's an incredibly powerful card. Think about that one. So that is them saying, you're not alone. We know that you've gone through shit. We know that last month just decimated your life. We're still here for you. You are dealing with grief of some sort. You're dealing with upheaval. You're dealing with all of those emotions. And we are here. You may not feel us. You may not see us. You may not sense us. But we are here supporting you. Keep going. We are your greatest cheer squad. We are your greatest cheer squad. And when you think about it, they're the ones that, and that is why I felt that I had to read the King of Ariel first, and then that you're not alone. This is about how these things here, the King of Ariel, is about you're going to be incredibly successful. So, and then you're not alone. It is about we're here for you. It's a reminder that you aren't alone, and that there is support from the spirit team, from your spirit team, from your guides, and from your passed over loved ones and your ancestors, and all of them, that you are supported in so many ways. And while you may not feel it, they're there. Oh my gosh, they're there. Last card, and this one here is from my Greenwich Tarot by Amora. And this one here is the King of Athens. Now, whenever this card comes up, I always feel as though there's legal issues. I don't feel as though it's jail. I don't feel as though it's jail. So you need to stop, don't freak, everything's fine. But I do feel as though it's the shuffling. It may be court, but if it's court, it's more about the paper court, the shuffling of papers, the signing of documents. But this, I feel as though there's about four. Okay. There's about, sorry, spirit's like, there's 4 who are going to be watching this, and you need to pull your finger out and update your will. I'm going to say there is 4 of you out there that keep going, yeah, I really should write a will. I really should update my will. Oh, I haven't seen my will in a while. I probably should look for that. I'm going to say there's 4 of you. No, you're not dying. No, it's not that you actually need it right here and now, but I do feel as though it's something that you need to do that's going to lead to a positive outcome for the future. So you're setting yourself up for success for the future. And remember, this reading, this card pile, this that you've picked is about, you've gone through so much shit, but now it's time to dig those heels in and start focusing on you, and focusing on moving forward, and focusing on your future. And this is about you setting yourself up for success with starting to believe in yourself and starting to create your new life. And that, while your life may not be the way that you envisioned it, your future may not be the way that you envisioned it, it is going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. And I keep hearing you are the chosen ones. You are the chosen ones. You are the ones that have been chosen to change this world in a big way. But the King of Athens, very much, guys, this is so much about you. It is about the signing of the papers. And I'm going to say there's some of you who have been absolutely lackadaisy, fucking lazy almost. And this is not about, I keep forgetting. And there are some who I keep forgetting. But this is about, some are procrastinating. Some are thinking about it, but they're not doing it immediately. Like they'll have that thought. They don't write a note to remind them. They don't. They go, oh, I'll do it later. It might be that you're in the car and you're thinking about it. Well, there's no reason that you can't pull over to the side of the road if it's safe to do so. Do a voice message on your phone to remind you, and then continue on with your travels. But for some reason, it's not just about wills. I feel as though there's one of you who's about to sign a contract. Read your contract thoroughly and clearly and make sure that you do not sign that contract. I don't know why, but before the 10th. There's something in the contract you need to reread. I also feel as though there is some of you, and really this, it's some of you going into business. You're either in business and looking at revamping, or that you are looking at starting a business. I'm going to say go for it. Go for it. It's going to be the most amazing, amazing, amazing time for you. This is the beginning of your new future, guys. Group 2, powerhouse reading, really, powerhouse reading, and you know, like, this is acknowledging that you've been through a fucking lot, but it's also acknowledging that you're getting there, that you're moving forward. Keep striving, and I'm going to say strive for success. Don't sit back and rest on your laurels now and think, nah, I've been through so much, life sucks, all the rest of it. Don't do that. Please don't do that, because there is, it's almost like there's golden gates there waiting for you to step through. I'm going to say also that I feel as though your dreams have been starting to pass you on messages as well, but you're not listening. Start listening. So group 2, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Please jump over to my Facebook page and check it out. Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings page. I also have a group, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings. Check them out over on the group. I will add you. I do free live readings on there a couple of times a week. Run competitions. It's a safe environment because it's a private group and no scammers and spammers can get in. The Facebook page is great. I put up lots of information. Check it out. Also, please support me. Please make a comment. You know, I'm doing this for you guys and for you to do an energy exchange to help me grow my channel. I appreciate it so much. All right, let's go on to group 3. Group 3, and I'm going to, this is the purple bracelet with the chips. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, group. Ooh. This one's going to be a little bit more. All right. Wow. Okay. Wow. Right. Wow. Okay. Group 3. What can I say? Hello, you little empaths. So I feel as though some of you, there's a couple of you who have stood on the, and you know who you are, you don't have to let me know, I don't need to know, but there's a couple of you who have had, over the past few months, I'm going to say the past few months, as in about 3 months, it's almost like you guys have stood on the edge and considered suicide, straight up. I do feel as though you haven't, obviously, because you're watching this, but I feel as though it was really bloody close. I feel as though a couple of you are drinking way too much, as in pissed every night. Not tipsy, not just having a drink every night, not having a glass of wine or a beer or a spirit every night, but we're talking pissed every night. And I feel as though that's actually leading to depression for you. So I'm going to say, please be aware and cut your alcohol intake back. And if you're struggling cutting back your intake of alcohol, find someone who can help you. You don't necessarily have to go to AA or anything like that, but find a friend to confide in. Ring up anonymous, Lifeline or something and chat to them. But I feel as though it's almost like the alcohol is creating a feeling of desolation and depression and stuff within you. So with others in this group, like it's almost like it's really not looking forward to Christmas. I really feel as though it's almost like you're just pushing the right buttons because you feel as though you have to push the right buttons. You may have kids, so you're going through the motions. You may have family coming to stay and you go, ugh, I wish everyone would just bugger off. You know, I just really want to celebrate Christmas with my kids. Or it might be that you're feeling overwhelmed and intimidated because finances just aren't there. The first card that I'm drawn to is the Messages from the Guides by James Van Praagh. Focus on the positive. So look, focus on the positive. I do feel as though there's a lot of positive in your life. I do feel as though that you're under a lot of stress. And I do feel as though it's almost like you are, it's not even so much worried about, like Christmas has got you stressed out. I don't think it's the actual day, but it's the whole present, people around, all of that, the overwhelmed feeling. And I feel as though this ties in. This is not everybody. There's a few pockets of people. So for some, it's about the over drinking and the depression and that, depression and not wanting to be around people coming up to Christmas and stuff because you're worried it'll be exposed just exactly what damage you're doing to yourself. For others, I feel as though it's that added pressure on, oh my God, it's a tight budget anyway and I've got to go and buy presents and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And I feel as though then we've kind of got a third kind of a group that is just wants, with everything that's going on in the world, they're taking on too much energy from the world as a whole, and it's almost like I just want all this over. I want next year to start. I want everything to reset. I want it to be a good year, and they like just want to skip the rest of this year, just like this year's been stuffed. I want to skip into January. I'm going to say focus on the positive for December because January ain't getting any better. I'm going to say those that want to skip through December, those that want to skip through, hold on to your hats, because those that tend to think that next year is going to be fantastic, the first 6 months of next year I feel is just going to be, it's almost like Groundhog Day of this year, the first 6 months. Once we get to about mid-July, things are going to change. But I do feel, hold on to your hats, we're in for some really big emotional shit. And this group here is very much about it's very much about empath. So I wouldn't be surprised to hear that empaths picked group 3. But I do feel those who are imbibing in alcohol or drugs or whatever too much, I feel as though with them being an empath, all they're just trying to do is wipe themselves out so they don't have to deal with day-to-day life. And they don't have to deal with the energy of day-to-day life. It's not the way to go. I'm going to say, if you need help, reach out to me. If there's no one else that you've got, and even if you have people that you can reach out to but you don't want to, reach out to me. You can vent all you like, you can talk all you like, you can reach out to me. I'm here to help. So little empaths, big empaths, medium empaths, focus on the positive for the rest of this year. There is positive, and I'm going to say, even if you can only find one positive thing each day, work with that. It's really important. So the next card that came up was from my Angel Answers, Radley Valentine, and this is no. It's a very, exclamation, no exclamation mark. So this is a very strong, firm no. So this is, as you picked this pile, if you had a thought or a question in your head, if you are thinking about, should I go travelling over Christmas, the answer is no. Should I forget about Christmas and skip through to January? No. Here where we're going with this one, the answer is no. The fact is you need to live through what you're going to live through, because I feel as though there's someone's life you're going to have an impact on through around mid-late December. I feel as though You empaths are going to help heal. There's going to be someone coming to your life that you're going to help heal, that you need to be more focused on what you're doing and focused on you and focused on your healing and focused on your bubbling, and that way you're going to attract those that need healing into you. It is a very clear no. It's almost like, don't go changing too much in your life right now, because everything's going to reset next year anyway. And don't jump through to next year because, well, hello, no, just no. And this is really, okay, so I am drawn to the nature card now, which is from my Greenwich Tarot by Anne Mora. Now, the nature card is, what I'm hearing is empaths. This is all, this reading, this group 3 is all about empaths, and it's all about the state of affairs in the world, and it's all about how you're feeling and how you're dealing with it and how you're coping. And it is about saying, stop using fucking artificial substances, stop using mind-altering and emotional-altering substances to try and block out what's going on, because you are an empath and ultimately you're going to feel it. You're going to have to wake up and sober up and get clear-headed one day. And when you do you really want, you know, all this time worth of fuzzy clearing and you being hit with everything all at once? Deal with it on a day-to-day basis. But once again, if you need help, message me. I'm more than happy to listen. Absolutely. The nature card. Nature card is very much, right, you little empaths. Stop throwing yourself on the landmines to protect everybody else around you. To be a protector is one thing. To self-sacrifice is a whole nother matter. And to self-sacrifice for the wrong reasons is even more whole nother matter. To self-sacrifice for our children before they are able to stand on their own 2 feet and make valid conscious choices is one thing. As parents, we do that. But to self-sacrifice, to throw yourself over landmines, and the thing is, this card is saying it's not just about throwing yourself over landmines, it's fucking laying on top of the landmines, copping that shit in your guts, having your guts ripped apart, and then having those arseholes walk across your back. They're going to safety. They're not turning back and looking at you. They're not going, hey, you saved our lives. What can we do to help you? They're just like, nah, see ya. Gone. Stop doing it. Stop being this martyr. Stop trying to hide from the energy that's around you. Stop trying to pretend that shit's not going on and shit's not getting real. You're going to have to face the truth eventually. And, you know, sacrificing yourself for others does not make you a great person. It makes you a martyr. And it is, you know, that if you're sacrificing yourself for others, you're also taking away from you having to face what you need to face. So it's like, let's self-sacrifice. I'll offer myself up as a sacrifice. I'll throw myself down that fucking volcano so that no one else has to suffer. But then that means I'm taking myself away from them suffering so that I don't have to feel them suffering. I'm gone. So it's about, you can't keep doing that. Sometimes we have to feel the pain, and it's not good, but it helps us grow as people. It helps us grow as empaths. It helps us grow on the path that we're meant to grow on. So now I've got the Emperor that I'm drawn to, and the Emperor, this card is from the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. So the Emperor says, this is the associated archangel with this is Archangel Ariel. And it says, stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. There you go. Taking charge of a situation, not self-sacrificing, not being a martyr, but stepping up and being counted. Feeling the pain and still pushing forward. Knowing that you're probably going to have your heart ripped out and still stepping up to the plate. Dealing with the feelings instead of masking them with artificial and mind-altering, emotion-altering things. Alcohol, drugs, all the rest of it. It's time for those to step up, and it is, stability and efficiency. So take a break, by all means. Take a step out of the circle. Absolutely. But step back in. Don't sack. And this is very much about, you need to be focused on the positive. So empaths, this is stop sacrificing yourself and stop trying to hide from these things that you're feeling. They're valid. They're real. Deal with it. Other than that, if you don't deal with it now on a day-to-day basis, I can keep saying this over and over until you actually hear me. If you don't, then you're going to be hit in the back of the head, kabam, with all of this shit happening, and then you go, what the fuck? What did I do to deserve that? And Spirit's answer is going to be, you put everything on pause, on hold. You chose to ignore all your feelings, and so we've hit you with all of them all at once. Wackadoo. Deal with them on a day-to-day basis. It's so much easier. Step by step by step by step by step. The last card that we've got here, group 3, is trust. And this one comes from my brand new deck, Spirit Messages by John Holland. So, trust. It says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. There we go. Stop hiding. Stop taking the safe alternative. Stop hiding behind the boulders and the rocks. It's time to step forward and time to step up. You need to get moving, 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 moving. This is about stepping in and stepping forward. This is so much about you need to start getting there and trusting that Spirit does have the right intentions for you. Spirit does have your back. Don't take that safe alternative, but also don't hide. Allow those feelings to flow. And if you feel like sitting in a corner and rocking and crying, absolutely do it, because there's a reason behind it, and it's about expressing your emotions. It's okay. It's when we hide those emotions, when we keep them buried down here, that in 20 years' time, you're going to be coming to me and going, hey, Bobbi, are you still teaching those shadow work courses? Because fuck, I've got some crap to deal with. Let it go. Release, release, release. Empaths, we need you. We need you whole. We need you clear-headed. We need you helping lead. We don't want you hiding behind the fucking boulders. We need you leading. Please. Okay, so hopefully these readings have resonated with you guys. I'm asking, please, 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 please get there. Please get there and actually give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Rainbow Farm on Facebook, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings page. I also have a group, Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings. If you go in, you'll see that Bobbi is the admin. You'll know that you're on the right page, and I will accept you. Jump across, absolutely. Also, I have an Insta, which is Rainbow Farm Reiki. So hopefully this resonates. Please leave a comment. Comments, I love reading them all. I try and answer them. Remember that the more that you interact with me, the more chance that I can build up my subscribers, and when I do, then I'm actually going to be able to do these live, which is going to be better for everybody. So anyway, this is a beautiful Sunday in Quarter. I'm about to pack up and head back to Northern. So yay! Have a fantastically beautiful, amazing day. And remember, your life, your choice. Some of you had some really seriously big choices. Yeah, absolutely. So, and one of you, for fuck's sake, stop drinking red cordial. I don't know who, I don't know why. I just got told, stop drinking red cordial. It's destroying your gut. All right, guys. Much love. I'm Bobbi from Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings, sending you healing and peace. Mwah. Bye.